Hi everyone, Sandy here for Country Craft Creations and Authentique to share this fun Christmas album that I designed using Authentique's nostalgic paper collection. This is a really fun album to put together. It's a mini pop-up Christmas album. It measures 6.5 by 6.5 for the covers, and the pages on the inside are 6 by 6. So for this one, I decorated it with the pattern papers from the nostalgic collection that you can order from countrycraftcreations.com. And then I added some elements from my stash. So I made a magnetic closure here on the right. And you'll see that I've added a lot of different elements that do not come in the collection. So you need to check in your stash or go shopping for some Christmas ornaments and different things that will work for your project. This is made out of the black artisan cardstock that you can order from countrycraftcreations.com and chipboard. Um, Here on the front, I've added the Santa that I cut out with my die cut into a circle machine from the collection. I've added some wooden skis that I had in my stash. This was an ornament that all came together like this with the vintage looking bells, which were the perfect color for this collection. But I've had these for a couple of years, so they were an ornament, and I cut the string off of them. And then I added the tree, and I cut the wood base off the tree and used it underneath the vintage button that I had in my collection. And then I added this trio of stacked bows. The black and white checked ribbon comes from Country Craft Creations, as well as the green Hug Snug seam binding ribbon and the baker's twine in the red and off-white color I had in my stash. Now these snowflakes I did punch out with my die cut machine and a snowflake set that I have, and I punched them out of the artisan cardstock from Country Craft Creations in the natural, I believe it's called natural or ivory color. So this all worked really well for the front of this little album. And then from the edge of the paper, you'll notice that Authentique always has like a saying. So I cut one of those out, crumpled it up, and glued it to the bottom of the album. I left the spine blank so that this pop-up album will work better by opening up, and also left the back blank. Here's the magnetic closure. You just open it up. And so let's take a look inside. Now, if you're going to make this for a child, I would suggest that you not add all the decorating to the outside cover so that the book lays down a little bit flatter so that it's not to frustrate them when they're trying to open up the book for their pop-ups. So on the front page set, I have a frame that I punched out of a rectangle stitch die set. I added more of the ribbon from Country Craft Creations along with some red button twine that I have in my stash, and this cut apart. I did leave these open so that you can slide a photo in, so you want to make sure you do that. And I will be doing a tutorial on how to make all these pop-ups and the pages and the album cover. It will be a series of videos that I'll have in a playlist so that you can check back for all of them at a later time. So this lifts up this first page set. There are 4 page sets in the album. This first one has a rectangle type pop-up. It's not one of those traditional that you see in children's books. This one just gives you the element of items that kind of pop up off the page. I'll slide this down for you here. I'm sorry that it was off camera. Anyway, the Santa and the chimney and the reindeer just all pop up from this rectangle piece. And then we have a pocket with an angel and the little fawn on the back with a tag. And then we have a photo mat that you can insert a photo behind the snowman. Then you flip this page set back. Oh yeah, it also has a photo mat in the sleeve. Only 2 of the page sets have photo mat sleeves. 2 do not, and I'll explain later. Now on the back of each page set we have a little pocket, a little short pocket. If you want it taller, you can make yours taller. I just like the look of the short one so that I can see more of the paper. I made a booklet for each of the 4 page sets, and it's just created out of a long 12-inch piece of cardstock, evenly scored and folded, and I left them blank, but you can add photos, journaling, and I did cover each of the little strings or ribbons with a scrap of paper to cover those and make sure they were secure. So I'm just going to tie this back up real quick and insert it back into the pocket. I also added some paper clips, some Christmas paper clips that I had from 3 or 4 years back. I've had quite a large selection of those. So when you open this up, on this flap. You have this Santa that you can pull so that he is dimensional off the page. We have a photo frame on the left and a little pocket I made out of one of the long cut aparts for Dear Santa letter, and we'll put a little tag inside. There's a lot of there's a whole page of Christmas tags that you can cut apart from this collection that make it really fun to decorate. This cut apart is left open so that you can use this photo frame. This is on page set 2, and it's thinner than the first page set because it has different elements. Now you untie this, and this is your traditional pop-up element that I will show you how to do, where you have Santa and the little deer with the caroling book and the little carol boy and the Christmas tree. So this stands up in the middle. We have a photo mat here, and then we have a photo frame on the left with some loose Christmas tags that I just tucked in behind this little cut apart. So that's a fun section. It's held closed with a ribbon on this one. And again on the back you have the little pocket with a booklet made the same way as the first one, some cut aparts. This one has a photo frame instead of a mat. And then the Santa on the bottom on the pocket, he also pops up for a three-dimensional look. And the reason this page set does not have the insert photo tag in the sleeve is because of the pop-up element and because we tied it shut. So there is no place to put one of those in the page set 2 and page set 4. Okay, page set 3 starts off with it looks like a belly band, but it's really just going decorative over the 2 cut aparts that I turned into pockets, and then I have tags that go inside. And again, this one flips up to give you the 3D elements that stand up with the box pop-ups. So if you work with those, they stand up slightly, but it gives you a photo mat here at the top. It just gives you the element of standing up. It gives you some dimension. Then I have a photo mat and frame here at the bottom. Mostly the frame is for decorating. And then I have the cute little reindeer with the packages on the bottom and a red twine bow. Flip this back. Well, first on this one it does have the photo sleeve photo mat. And I did this one a little bit different. This one I decided to put a patterned paper pocket and some tags made out of the gift tags that comes with the set and the cut aparts, and then another free photo mat, so you can just slide that in. That just gives you extra area, and on the back side is blank, so you can put photos or journaling on that. Then this flips over, so there you have the pocket again with a cut apart, a reindeer paper clip holding it in, and again that's from my stash. And then I added a couple of photo mats and the booklet that I made the same as the others. I just used different scraps of paper to make them look different. Then when you open this up, you have Santa on the right, who is a pop-up type element with 2 frames for your photos. So if you open it up, he pops up slightly and you can pull him up more. And then on the left I have a little envelope that I made, and inside I tuck the Christmas wishes from the cut apart that I folded up, and you just tuck it inside, and the flap of the envelope is held closed with the cut apart. And then I added a red twine bow. So you see these are open at the top. And then the last page set 4, has a little tiny rectangle pop-up element for this little Santa. You can put your photo in underneath the best wishes, and then I'm holding this one closed with a gold office clip. And then this one opens up for your traditional pop-up, but it doesn't pop up quite as well as the other because of the thickness here on the left of the album. But it does pop up, so if you take it and you press down your pages, you will see the pop-up in the center. You have the little girl on the left with all her packages and her dog, and the little girl on the right with her Christmas tree that she bought, and there's a door on the left and a little set of packages there on the right. Now my collection, my project, my design kit came with just the paper collection, 3 sheets of each paper in the line. I did not use all of it for this project. I don't know if I kept track of how much I used on each one. It's going to depend on what you like and what you cut, but I still have plenty of paper left to do my second and third project. So here's the pocket again with the 2 tags and the booklet. And then on the right side, I did do the what I call the uh, double pockets, waterfalls. On the left, you have 3 for the horizontal, and then you have 3 for the vertical that lap over. It's held closed with a magnet. I did not mat the back sides. You can do journaling or photos, or if you want to mat yours, that's perfectly fine. I think if you're adding photos, maybe you should not add that extra thickness. So anyway, I'm going to stick this guy in here. I've already used him in the book, and I may take him out later and use him in my second or third project. But this is the little pop-up Christmas album using Authentique's nostalgic paper collection that you can order from countrycraftcreations.com, as well as all the artisan cardstock that you need for your project. I did use the black with a bit of red and a bit of the craft for my mats. So I will be having a tutorial series, so check back for that in the next few days. I'll probably be adding 1 or 2 a day as I have time. And I want to thank you so very much for watching and encourage you to check out countrycraftcreations.com. Bye-bye. Oh, and don't forget to get your art glitter glue when you order. Bye.